Welcome to another edition of Watersense at Home series. My name is Braun and I work for the town of Gilbert in the Water Conservation Office. Today we're going to program an irrigation timer. But don't worry, before your eyes glaze over and you freeze in fear, it's easier than programming a VCR. Today we're going to be inputting a program that was created after a careful inspection of the irrigation system and the landscape. Okay, let's begin. Our timer needs 4 specific pieces of information: date and time, station run time, program watering days, and program watering times. So let's begin by inputting the first of those pieces of information, the date and time. So we turn the dial to the date time section here. So let's change that to the actual time. It's 9:35. And then we use our arrow to get to the actual month, and then we'll tell it the actual year, 2010. So our timer has the ability to do 3 separate programs, A, B, and C. These are completely independent of each other, and that's really helpful because we're going to be watering our grass in program A, our shrubs in program B, and then our trees in program C. And we do that because we can water them at different intervals, which is very helpful. So let's begin by programming our watering times. We turn our dial to the stations, and our stations are numbered. And in this particular case, our front grass is station 1, and our back grass is station 4. And we want to water them in program A. We just tell them how long we want them to water. And in this case, we want it to water for 10 minutes. So we make sure we're at the station 1 program, and we're at program A. We just increase this by using the plus to 10 minutes. Once we've input that, then we go to station 4, that's our back grass, and we increase that by using our plus to 10 minutes on that station as well. And now we have to tell this timer at what time to water for program A. So we just move down here to our start times, and start time 1 is going to be at 4 a.m. Now we want this to come on a second time for our grass, and we're going to set it to come on at 5 a.m. and that's where we use the second start time. So we go to start time 2 and we increase to 5 a.m. And we actually want this to come on a third time. So we're going to move to start time 3 and increase that to 6 a.m. And the reason we do that is because our sprinklers apply the water very quickly. And if we run our sprinklers for 30 minutes all at once, after 10 minutes that water is going to start to run off and be wasted. So what we do, instead of running for 30 minutes all at once, is we do 3 cycles of 10 minutes each, and then we break them up and run them an hour apart. That way we're applying the water over a longer period of time, and we allow that water to soak in before we apply more water to the soil. And now we want to tell the timer what days to water, program A. We actually use this interval function. Now, we just use our plus sign and we tell it to water every 3rd day. Now, throughout the year, this is actually the only part of the program that you need to adjust. It makes it really simple. For program B, we have to input the same 3 pieces of information: our run times, our start times, and our watering days. But we have to change programs before we can input that information into the timer. We can change that by pressing this ABC button and moving it to program B. We're going to move to station 2 because that is our shrubs, and we're going to increase this run time. We're going to water for 120 minutes or 2 hours. That's a lot longer than most people water their drip stations. But when you consider that a well-functioning station is watering those shrubs at 2 gallons per hour, we need to run for a long period of time in order for us to give plenty of water for our shrubs. So by watering for 2 hours, we'll be giving a shrub with a 2 gallon per hour emitter 4 gallons of water. And that will be enough water to sink nice and deep into the soil and water that full root zone for that shrub, and then we're going to let it dry out over a long period of time. Now let's move on to Program C. We're going to water our trees that are Station 3 for 3 hours in Program C. Let's not forget that we're in Program B still. So we hit our ABC button, and now we get to Program C. Now we can increase that run time to 3 hours. By watering for a nice long time, we're going to get that water to soak nice and deep into the soil for our deep, extensive watering of our tree system. So we only have to do that once a week for high water use trees like citrus or queen palms. So let's go ahead and move over to our watering interval. We just increase our interval to every 7th day. Now, we only want it to water one time when it does water. So let's move to our program start times and set that up to water at 10 a.m. And Program C is all set. Now we're finished setting up our timer. Now the run times that we use in this example may not work for your specific landscape, so be sure to give us a call at 480-503-6098, where a water conservation specialist will come out and help you figure out good run times for your specific landscape. Now that we've got those run times and start times set, all we have to do throughout the year is adjust our watering frequency, and we'll dial in our water needs for the plants based on the season of the year. We've got a long way towards helping out our water bill and being a lot more water smart in our home.